All right, what's up, YouTube? Pumped up, coming at you.
Hey guys, it's Angel and Roland.
We back again.
Another video.
Another video. All right, so we're really going to kind of dive into what we were talking about last time a little bit more. So let's just kind of address this a little bit. We're talking about how to help your marriage be the most successful marriage that it can be, and how it can turn around 180 degrees from where it's at now to an ongoing successful marriage. And so the first episode we really talked about pinpointing your emotions, and this time we're really going to we'll help you go into some of the history and some of your background on why you felt like that, and what we call this, and what we learned from the book that we're reading that really changed our marriage. This is called the pain cycle. It's just a evolving circle like this of pain, and so we want to help you understand your pain and why you feel like that when you guys are arguing, so that you can change that thing around, so that you guys
can start to identify it. You know, you can start to identify when you're going into your pain.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into in the next episodes to come on how to start to cope and how to start that healing process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So okay. So the first episode, you took some time and you wrote down some of the pain that you were feeling when you and your spouse got into an argument. So now let's really dive into why, and so it's a history behind it, right? The reason you feel the way you feel when you get into an argument is because some things that happened in the past. Now, this isn't my life is horrible because of my parents and all that stuff, because they hated me. It's not like that. But even if you grew up in a horrible family, or if you grew up in an awesome family, you still had some experiences, whether it was on a playground, at school, basketball team, football team.
You have experiences that make you react the way you react now.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason why one of you may have trust issues. There's a reason why someone else may, be a flight kind of person instead of a fight kind of person. There's reasons why, and it's based off of, your history, and that's why you learn to deal with situations the way you do.
Absolutely. So let's take some time. So really you want to just reflect on this. You identify some of those emotions. You lock down some of those emotions when you guys are arguing, and so now let's dive into it. So kind of go through this exercise. They had an exercise in a book, and we're kind of going to just talk through it a little bit. But it said think of one or two stories that about you growing up that impacted you deeply. In these situations, what did you learn about you as a person? What did you learn about other people in relationships? And so I tell you, when me and Angel went through this, oh man, it was when the tears came in.
It'll definitely bring up some painful history, but you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest about what you went through as a child, whether it was you got bullied as a child, or whether you were in an abusive family situation, or a parent was an alcoholic, or your parents went through a divorce. Whatever it was, everybody's situation is different, but it's still painful.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll kind of tell you what we went through, so you can kind of get an idea, right? So when I was younger, I learned that my mom really instilled in me that I can do anything I want to. Roland, you can do anything you want to. You are amazing, young kid. You're awesome. You little studly. I'm adding some extra stuff. She didn't say all that stuff, but she said I was awesome.
She thought you were studly.
I know, she thought I was cool. Anyway, but she said you can do all of that stuff, but you can't trust nobody. And so that really affected me. It became a problem later on in my marriage. Because I wouldn't fully open up and be vulnerable to Angel when we was going through this stuff, and so that was a part of my pain. So number two, you want to go a little bit to yours?
Yeah, for me, it was watching my mom go through an unhealthy relationship, which made me feel when I became of age to start dating. Of course, I went and seeked unhealthy relationships, which caused trust issues within me, which, caused me, when me and Roland got married, for us to have that trust issue between one another. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And so here's step number 2. Still reflecting on your growing up years, what were the harmful situations, tragedies, and difficulties that negatively affected your perception of yourself or your view of relationships or other people? What were the healthy situations, people, and occurrences that built you into a positive perception of yourself and relationships? And so for me personally, again, my mom died when I was younger. So I was a sophomore, junior in high school, and my mom passed away, and that was devastating to me. I felt like I had to carry the weight of my family on me. So I really guarded myself, and again, just tried to really bulldoze through emotions. So I guarded my emotions a lot. Also, I did martial arts, and so I was kind of the biggest kid, and I was, bam, I was the biggest kid, and so parents just always say, please don't beat up my kid, please, just take it easy on him, and that really affected my self-image. I didn't feel like I could measure up, so I lost a whole lot of fights, until I got older, and I started handling up. And then the last part is, what did you learn about marriage when you grew up? What did you learn about trustworthiness and safety in relationships? And how is that similar or dissimilar to your marriage today? And so for me, I didn't really learn a lot about marriage. My parents were separated, so I didn't get a chance to really see, what a healthy marriage looked like. Nobody I knew was married except for my grandparents, who, that was it. But my mom, again, she taught me to be a leader, but trust nobody. And so what that ultimately did for me and Angel was that I would not open up, and I would be I wouldn't want to open up, and I didn't want to be emotionally vulnerable to her. And so that caused a lot of friction in the beginning. And so me not trusting Angel, me not, it was bad. It was really devastating to our marriage in the beginning.
Yeah, and for me, my parents separated when I was just a baby, and they divorced later when I was about 8 or 9 years old. But my mom was, like I said, involved in abusive relationships my entire life, pretty much. And my worst fear was that one day I would be abused. And even though I know I'm in a healthy relationship now, and my husband would never abuse me, that was still a fear of mine. I really couldn't tell you why. I guess it was just because of my history and growing up and watching so much abuse that caused me to feel that way and feel that pain.
Yeah. So, and again, in this time, take some time to really go through your history and write some of these things down and really walk through it. It's going to be painful. It's okay. It's a part of the healing process. It's a part of the changing process. Both of you guys take some time, go through this type of exercise, and then we're just going to further along in understanding the pain cycle that you guys cause when you guys fight. And I'm telling you, when you do this thing God's way, you have 100% chance.
100%.
100% chance.
What?
100% chance.
Oh my gosh, you guys can win. That's the point.
Absolutely.
You guys can win. There's no reason. God has equipped you with everything you need to have a successful marriage. So you do have a 100% chance of success in your marriage and to be happy.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions, please shoot us an email, leave us comments below. And
if this video has blessed you in any way, like, comment, subscribe, share. Yeah.
Yeah. We're pumped up for you guys. Excited to see you in the next video.
Thumbs up. Bye.